Hello everyone, and we're back for another episode of Extinct Bricks Originals.
And for today's episode, we will be featuring the Lego compatible dinosaur Acrocanthosaurus. But first of all, I'd like to thank YouTube.com Audio Library for this awesome background music. And of course, please like, share, and subscribe, and also hit that notification button. Just click on the icons below. Thanks everyone! The winners of the Guess the Species contest will be announced at the end of the video, but for now, here's how to join. Just click on the Extinct Bricks icon and then click on the community link to be able to see all my posts. Okay, so let's get on with the video. So this is my custom Acrocanthosaurus, and I am with Asher for now. But first, this is also an Extinct Bricks collaborations with Zane Adventures for the Spinoraptor, Assert 161 game for the Carnotaurus, and also Let's Get Groovy for the Allosaurus customs. Please do like and share their videos as well. I'll be putting the descriptions below. Asher and of course myself is very excited for this particular custom because it is a little bit of an artist freehand on this one, especially on the painting, because I took inspiration from both the Jurassic Park Operation Genesis and the Jurassic World Evolution Acrocanthosaurus. You can see that the patterns are similar to that of the evolution, but the color scheme is very much like of the Operation Genesis Acrocanthosaurus. Asher here will come back for some size comparisons, but for now, let's have a closer look. Alright, so as I've mentioned earlier, this is actually a marriage of the Jurassic Park Operation Genesis and then the Jurassic World Evolution Acrocanthosaurus. But it is basically based off from the skeletal reconstructions of the animal itself. So the shape of the head and the teeth and the jaws are actually based off from the actual animal itself. And as for articulation, it can open its mouth and jaw like that. It can move its head up and down and twist its head such. And then also it has this neck piece to it that it can actually move its entire head and neck down and up like so, and it can actually twist as well. And the Acrocanthosaurus can look up like that or look from behind, so there are a little bit more articulated than the usual large theropod that we have, such as that of the T-Rex and the Indominus Rex. Alright, so as for the spine, of course it's elevated such as that of the actual dinosaur, and it has this small spikes on the top, or osteoderms if you want to call it, and it is gradual in size, and it's different in sizes and shapes as well. Okay, so the arms and the legs actually are articulated as well, and also the tail. Let's now have a little bit of discussion regarding the painting of this particular figure. First, so you can see here that there are actually purple or bluish spots on the head. This is actually based off from the Jurassic Park Operation Genesis Acrocanthosaurus. However, the patterns are pretty much from the Jurassic World Evolution Acrocanthosaurus. I did include some more details on my touches, such as the spikes on the back as well as the scales on the feet. I also did several patterning on the head, and I also wanted to have a uniform and a symmetrical painting on both sides, so I tried to really make it that symmetrical, as you can see from the top view. So I guess that's it for the closer look. Okay, so Asher is back here for some size comparisons. Putting them side by side, you can see that the minifigure here is just about the right size with that compared of the real animal. I was kind of worried at first that it would turn out to be bigger than the Tyrannosaurus Rex, but it actually came along well, and you'll see that later. But for now, let us compare first with one of its prey, the Taurosaurus. You can also see this Taurosaurus in one of my Extinct Breaks original videos, so please do watch it as well. Okay, so this Taurosaurus is actually the same size as that of the Triceratops, and putting it side by side with the Acrocanthosaurus, you can see that definitely the Acrocanthosaurus is a lot bigger than the Taurosaurus. But even with the differences in size, I think the Taurosaurus will put up a good fight with the Acrocanthosaurus anytime. Alright, so that's it for the Taurosaurus. Let's have another one in comparison. I think we should have the Tyrannosaurus to compare with the Acrocanthosaurus. So here it is. So the Tyrannosaurus Rex here is actually a lot bigger in terms of the head size and as well as the length. For the Acrocanthosaurus, I think the Acrocanthosaurus just looks bigger than the Tyrannosaurus Rex because of the height. Because of the spines on the back is actually higher than the Tyrannosaurus Rex. But of course, Tyrannosaurus Rex is very much popular with the size of its teeth. So you can see here that the Acrocanthosaurus has smaller teeth than the Tyrannosaurus Rex, definitely. And also, the bulkiness of the head of the Tyrannosaurus is a lot more different than that of the Acrocanthosaurus. You can see here from the front view, okay, that the Acrocanthosaurus head is a lot more thinner than that of the T-Rex head. The T-Rex head is actually much wider than that of the Acrocanthosaurus, looking at it from this front view or this angle. Okay, so but from the side view, you can see here that the height of both is a lot more different than that of the Tyrannosaurus Rex. That is just mainly because of the spines on the back. Now looking at from the top, you can see here that the Tyrannosaurus Rex is actually still longer than that of the Acrocanthosaurus, even with Acrocanthosaurus having that particular neck piece. And that's it for the comparison video on the Tyrannosaurus Rex and the Acrocanthosaurus. And now it is time for us to have a break. Alright, so all in all, there are actually 10 pieces to it. Okay, so let's start connecting the head. So the head here will have to connect with the lower jaw. So let's connect it. Okay, so close open, close open. Okay, so let's connect the head with the neck piece. Now let's connect this to the body. Now it is time for us to connect the spine. Let's connect it to the back. Alright, so once that's done, let's connect the tail. Let's see if it fits. Let's turn it around. Okay, no adjustments necessary. Let's connect the right leg. And let's follow it up with the right leg. Now let's finish it off with the arms. This time, let's start again with the right or the left arm, and then of course with the right. And that completes the figure, the Acrocanthosaurus. And after that, it's time for Extinct Bricks at work. These are some footages and also pictures of when I was making this particular figure. Alright, so here I am just cutting out some pieces for the neck piece of this Acrocanthosaurus. I really wanted to have a new addition to the articulation, so I want to have a movable neck piece for a large bulky theropod such as this one. So you can see here already that I have already attached it with super glue, and then also extended the head as well so that it will be more likely similar to that of the Acrocanthosaurus shape of the head. Unlike my Spinosaurus custom from before, you can see that of course that neck is a little bit thinner than this one, and it really took a little bit of time for me to adjust how this particular piece of the figure would turn out. And actually it turned out well, and it was moving well, and I'm happy with the outcome. Okay, so here it is, having its sculpting pace. I did wanted to have a longer head for this one, because the actual base figure is from a Carnotaurus, and we all know that Carnotaurus has a box head. And having this done with some adjustments on the shape is actually very satisfying to me. Okay, so once I am done with the sculpting phase, I already primered it with Bosnia number 68 gray, and then have it dried very well before I started on the painting of the primary colors. So the primary colors would be just more on the yellows, and also a little bit of browns on the top portion, but I did start with the lighter colors first, especially on the underbelly and also the lower jaw of this particular figure. So once that is done, I really did took the time to have it dried first before I started on doing the other or the rest of the detailing of the paints. This is because I didn't want to scratch off the primary paint first, and I wanted everything to go well with the detailing, especially when I have to erase something or I had to take it out with a cotton bud in water. So here it is with some of the details. I've already started with the reddish brown colors on the stripes, as well as the colors of the back spines. Okay, so it's almost end of the video, so it's time for us to have some last looks. Now, Acrocanthosaurus means high-spined lizard. It is a genus of theropod dinosaurs that existed in what is now North America of the early Cretaceous period. Like most dinosaur genera, Acrocanthus contains only one single species. It is Acrocanthosaurus atochensis. Its fossil remains are found mainly in the US states of Oklahoma, Texas, and Wyoming. Acrocanthosaurus was one of the largest theropods, reaching up to 11.5 meters or 38 feet in length and weighed about 6.2 metric tons. Acrocanthosaurus was a bipedal predator, and as the name suggests, it is best known for the high neural spines on many of its vertebrae, which most likely supported a range of muscle over the animal's neck, back, and the hips. Aside from its vertebrae, Acrocanthosaurus had a typical Allosauroid skeleton. Acrocanthosaurus was bipedal, with a long, heavy tail counterbalancing the head and body, maintaining its center of gravity over its hips. Its forelimbs were relatively shorter and more robust than that of the Allosaurus, but were otherwise similar. Each hand bore 3 clawed digits, and unlike many smaller fast-running dinosaurs, its femur was longer than that of its tibia and metatarsals. This suggests that it's not a very fast runner. And that about ends the video. I hope you like it. Owen and Asher here is just checking on the perimeter fences for the Acrocanthosaurus and making sure that the park is safe for all visitors. But now let's have the Guess the Species contest winners. More than 95% got the answers correctly, so we have 10 lucky picks. So Zane Jimenez, Gian Bonkin's channel, Manuel Laurelo Cuesta, Crisilla D, Pedro Mariano Suarez, Antonio Nitti, Meme Meme, Adrian Van Nierkirk, The Blue Spy, and Joseph Germany. Congratulations everyone! And now for our top 10 winners. Top 10 Dinosaur. Top Dustin 9 Mendoza. Top 8 Spino Guys Spinosaur Slasher. Top 7 Chuy Jara. Top 6 Victor Diaz. Top 5 Dinosaur Awesome 244. Brandon Cruz. Top 3 Jun Min Kim. Top 2 Mahmoud. Top 1. And Marithanicus, the Spinosaurus. Congratulations everyone, and I'll see you on the next Guess the Species contest. Our babies Asher and Moira has their own vlog now, The Adventures of Moira and Asher. They put up their first video and I hope you also support that. Please also follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and here in YouTube. And as we always would say, let your inner dino break roar!